Before you watch this video, I just want to let you know that the title right up there, it means what it says. In this video, I am going to teach you the art of soloing. And when I say that, I mean that I'm going to teach you the riffs that guitar legends had to know before they could create any of their solos. Now, before I teach you that, I'm going to show you that I'm a good enough guitar player to teach you these riffs. Just experienced me play there were two main scales, basically. All they were was and then simple as that. Now in this lesson I'm going to teach those scales and teach how you put them into your solos. I'm going to teach you the scales that I just played. I'm going to start with the box scale. This one. Now the whole time I just want to let you know that will help you really understand this. That all the way through, only once, other than once, I am playing the same riff. That's all. For each string. Except, well, I am playing that for each string, but once I'm changing it just a little bit. But most of the beginning is just me playing that. So, you start with the 3rd fret, 1st string, then go up 2 more frets, then do the same thing on the next string. Then you go up 2 more frets. Then you do the same riff as the first 2 strings. Then you go up 2 more frets. Now here's where it gets tricky. This time you're going to the next string, but instead of going across from the note from the fret that you just played on, you're going to go down a fret. So remember that. That's kind of the trick on this. Forget that, it messes up the whole scale. So, that's what we're playing. On the 2nd string, on the 8th fret, 2nd string. And then go up 2 more frets, and then you do the same thing on the next string. Of course, this time you're just going across, and the same frets, 8th fret to 10th. And then you go up 2 more frets. So I'll play the scale that I just played for you very slowly. I'm going to teach you the 2nd scale that I played. This one is called the pentatonic scale. This is the same scale played, but this one is going across from one side to the other. So they both sound almost the same and have some of the same notes, but these are both different scales. I'll explain it later. So, first note, we're gonna play this scale to match the other box scale that I just taught. So, 4th fret, 1st string. No, sorry, 5th fret. 5th fret, 1st string. And we're gonna go up 3 frets. Now for the next few strings on, we're going to be doing the same riff. We're going to be doing the same riff as the box scale. So go across to the next string and the same fret as the first note on the 5th fret. 2 more frets. Then the same thing on the next string. Same thing on the next string. Now, for the next 2 strings, we're going to do the same thing that we did on the first string, whereas the next note is still the next string on, 2nd string, 5th fret, but then we go up 3 frets. And then we do the same thing for the next string, the first string. So I will play it slowly. As long as you play the scale in the right order, you can start it in any fret. But I'm going to show you how you can change them up to make them your own solos. One thing I forgot to include is that there are other scales, but these 2 scales make up most of the other ones. You can also play the scales the opposite direction that I taught them to you, so that you can play them forwards and you can play them backwards. Forwards. And backwards. Same with this one. Forwards. Backwards. Now that I've taught you the scales, I'm going to teach you riffs that you can play in the scales to make your own solos. For one, there is I don't really know what it's called, but it's just going back every few notes. So, for instance, in the box scale, so it's going back every few notes. There's that one. So I'll play it very slowly. You can also do the same with the pentatonic scale. And what I also haven't mentioned yet is that you can go backwards too. Now this riff is a little more complicated than the others. It's like a back pedal, but it also has a pull-off in it. So, it's basically just pulling off while going back every few notes. For instance, now this is another style of playing it. This is also a little more complicated than the other two. This one is like a pulling off, but you play the note open first. Here, I'll show you. It may sound the same as the last one, but the last one went like this. Kind of like that. This one goes kind of like that. That's another way to play it. Now this riff is a little more commonly known, and if you're a well-experienced guitar player, you probably already know how to play this one. But just in case, this one is bending. Now the idea of bending is when you bend, you're getting the note that is, you're getting the same note that is 2 frets higher than what you're bending. So, for instance, now people bend for the sound that it makes. Does you hear the difference? Oh, oops, wasn't supposed to do that. Yeah, but that's the difference between them. So, what you can do is you can just put a bend in it every once in a while instead of going the 2 frets higher. So, see, I went like this instead of, and then you can go, and then in that I also threw in a pull-off. Now, basically all you need to do is take everything I just taught you and put it all together. Make up your own and mix and mash, whatever. The one thing you just need to remember is you need to follow the pattern, and if you don't know where to start with just playing the scale by itself. I'll demonstrate. Other than what I already taught you, other than that, it's just learning the other scales. Now when you learn the other scales, you'll see that they follow the same pattern. And you can just send in comments to let me know what other scales you want to play. I don't really have all the time left. So, learn these scales, practice them, send your comments for what videos you want made next. Or if you don't like this one or not, I just want the truth. And other than that, have fun with this. I hope you learned something.